Hello and welcome to the 7th video in the free Serve and Grow Rich program that teaches you how to make more money in your current restaurant job. Two ideas in this message. The first is about getting close to the customer. This is about when you are taking the order and communicating with them, especially in the beginning of the interaction. You want to get as close as possible to the customer without violating their personal space at all. Make it very clear that you are interested in what they need and what they are saying, what they think, but you don't want to get so close that they start to feel uncomfortable, especially in the beginning. Think about the opposite. Think about the person, the waiter or waitress, who stands just slightly too far away from the party. What are they saying? They're disinterested. They don't care. Maybe they find the customer unpleasant. None of these are messages you want to communicate at the beginning of your relationship with the customer, even if it's only a 45-minute interlude. So you want to get close enough so that you are showing that you truly care about what they're telling you. And if you work in a very loud or distracting type environment, you will be able to close that distance a little bit more because it'll be obvious that you have to, just to hear and be able to converse without having to scream yourself. So this is about showing that you care, that you're interested and focused on the customer. The second message in this topic is, I believe, optional. It is recommended that the server take a knee. That is, that you squat or kneel next to the table, often at the corner, in between two of the patrons, so you can perhaps take both their orders simultaneously or one after the other, obviously. And obviously, this is not going to work in upscale restaurants. I also think it's somewhat difficult in establishments where the uniform includes a floor-length apron. It's hard to get up and down with that kind of a rig. So it is optional and can also be used tactically. If you feel that a customer is indicating that they feel left out or are being neglected, you can use this to really zero in on that person, pay 100% attention to them because you will be kneeling right next to them. And this should go a far way to allay any feeling that they're being ignored. It can be also used with children who, kids in restaurants, I think it's great. Not everyone agrees with me, and that's okay. When I see kids in a restaurant, I'm expecting them to act up. I think it adds life, but again, they are appropriate in some environments and not in others. But the server is the one who really has to deal with kids who are either not focusing, maybe they're not eating and are slowing the whole party up, what have you. You can pay special attention to the children, and in many cases, if parents are there with their kids, they're there so they can get a mini break, and if the server takes a little bit of time to pay attention to the children, that's a bonus. That's a manner of providing an additional layer of service. And you can maybe provide something special for the child that'll help them get through the meal, and they will also feel taken care of or paid attention to, which is part of why people go to restaurants. But again, the whole concept or strategy of kneeling is, I believe, discretionary. It is going to depend on your environment and also the individual table and also how much time you have. If you simply get a full section all at once, you will of course dispense with this and you're on the run most of the time. But it is something to consider because there has been some research done that shows it will increase tips by 1 to 3% per check when it is used. Thank you so much for watching the 7th video. We have 8 to go, and I believe that watching this series will help you make 10% more in your current restaurant job this week, so get on over to the 8th video.